last piece. This is called the haiku. My husband Fred makes up haiku poetry now. It's how he's dealing with having recently turned 40. It's a bit bizarre if you ask me, and he's a little manic about it too. It makes him hard to live with. He calls the poems spontaneous haikus. It's like he thinks he's invented a whole new genre. Don't you just love haikus, he says? Aren't they just so zen? Sure, honey, I say they're great. I try to sound enthusiastic, but I don't think I'm all that convincing. The thing is, his haiku aren't very impressive at all. For example, look at these dishes. I need to wash them right now. Then they will be clean. Sometimes I feel like every time he's talking, or I'm talking for that matter, he's secretly counting syllables to see if anything either of us says will add up to a new haiku. Sometimes I spy his fingers moving around his thighs like some strange private game of rock, paper, scissors, but there are only scissors in his game. One day, in a particularly mean mood, I say, hey Fred, haiku don't necessarily have to be 575. It's just a guideline. He looks confused, then hurt. He closes his eyes for a second as if just the sight of me is too exhausting to even fathom. Then he says, that's interesting. Thanks for sharing. Anytime, I say. Well, he says. Yeah, I say. I'm going downstairs to put a load in. You want to add anything? No, I say, just don't wash my yellow sweater or it'll shrink. I have to hand wash it. You got it, babe, he says. Then he says, laundry time has come. The whites will be on their own, spinning out the dirt. Good one, I say. I'm sensing a domestic theme. I've got one for you now. Cool, he says. Spring it on me. I want a baby. Please get me pregnant quickly. The clock is ticking. Wow, he says. I didn't know I had it in me. What, I say. I really saw the clock. I could really hear it. Tick, 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 tick. Well, that's because it really is ticking. I'm like the Tin Man with that huge heart clock around his head. That the wizard gives him, only I'm not happy about my heart clock. So what do you think? It's pretty good, hon. Not about the haiku, about the idea. What? About the baby? I say I want a baby, so can we have one? Can we shelve this for a couple of years or forever? I don't think I'm ready. I'm not sure if we're the type of people that should be parents. Why not? I don't know. I'm not sure we'd be all that adept at it. I think I kind of want to just stick to haikus for a while. Well, I say, I want you to know, I'm not going to take my pills anymore, so if you don't want to have a baby, you're going to have to be the one to prevent it. Now that is totally unfair, he says. How so, I say? Because my options are so limited. Well, I say, I think that if someone is so sure he doesn't want to have a baby, then that person is the one who should prevent conception of said baby. Well, then he says, I guess I don't have any other choice. I guess not, I say. I guess I'll just have to call Don and ask him when he got his vasectomy. What? Hey, vasectomy, Fred says. Vasectomy. Oh, too bad it's only 4 syllables, or it could be the first or last line. Oh, right, you said the syllable thing was just a guideline. Okay, so let's see. No babies for me. Not a good idea at all. Vasectomy. I'm furious, I counter. I want a divorce. The alarm on my clock rings. Fuck, snip, 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 snip. Wow, he says, this is so cool. We're having a haiku fight. The next day, vasectomy Don comes over. He's high. He's always high. It's a good idea he got a vasectomy because I'm sure his sperm are high too. They probably just hang out in his testes playing Xbox and eating Cheetos. Hey, Don says, what a spectacular day, don't you think? Don, I say, not everyone's high, okay? You're the only one, Don. Your perception of the day is altered. The day is not spectacular, it's just regular. You have enhanced your day through the ingestion of THC, a mild hallucinogen. Therefore, when you consider the day, Don, you are mildly hallucinating. Jeez, bitch much? Fuck. I didn't know I was in health class. Where's Fred? I don't know. Ah, the man, Dan. What's he doing down there? Avoiding me. I can see why. I'm going down. Cool. Yeah, just do me a favor, okay? I say, play up the pain. Huh? The vasectomy. Fred hates pain, so play it way up. Well, what's in it for me? Don asks and gives me this funny look like an ugly, horny dog. You did not just eye me lasciviously, did you? Oh, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. Chill, listen, here's the deal. The vasectomy was nothing. It was a piss in the park. I should have done it years ago, but I was too cheap. I saw an ad on the bus and it said they were looking for volunteers for the study. I was like, hell yeah. And not only that, but they paid me $500 to boot. It was a real win-win situation. Man, you should call them up and see if they still got the study going. You guys could like get a new dining room set or something. Idiot, I say. I want Fred to have a vasectomy. I want a baby. Dude, why? No, man, no, you can't do that. What would you do with a baby? Like, you'd have to send it to school. School sucks. Come on, don't have a baby. That's crazy. Hey, man, I'm going to take the bus later today. I'll see if that ad's still up. I'll check it out for you guys. Don't do me any favors. Well, I guess I'll head down there, he says. Don turns and goes down the stairs, whistling Witchy Woman by the Seven Hispanic Eagles. What a loser. Well, after Don goes downstairs, I go in the bathroom to take a shower, and suddenly I just start sobbing in the shower. I keen and gasp. I'm in a shower, taking a shower. I can't stop crying, and I sit down in the shower, and I think about being a mother, and I think about not being a mother, and I don't understand how I could be 36 years old and have it so totally not together. I'm a baby, I think. I already have a baby, me. I'm a big, dumb, married baby. I have a baby with pubic hair and breasts. Oh, my God! And after I managed to get myself out of the shower, and I get dressed, and I sit in the living room, and Fred and Don come up. You okay, babe? Fred says. No, I say. You want a beer? Sure, I say. What the hell? Don sits on the chair across from me on the couch. He gives me the thumbs up sign and winks. I suppress an urge to strangle him. Fred comes in with 3 beers. He gives one to each of us and then sits next to me on the couch. So, babe, he says, Don and I came up with this great idea to solve this, issue of ours. Really, I say. What did you do? Invent a new method of birth control? Well, guess what? You don't need to worry because I hate you so much that I'm never going to have sex with you ever again. Fred gives Don a look as if to say, can you believe what I'm dealing with here? Then he says, no, listen, babe, I think we should have a haiku contest. What? Yeah, like a haiku Olympics, he says. We both write haikus, and whoever has the best one wins. What do they win, I ask? Well, the winner gets his or her way. If I have the best haiku, then I get a vasectomy and no baby. But if, on the other hand, you have the best haiku, then no vasectomy and yes, baby. So who decides which one of us has the best haiku? Well, Fred says, Don said he'd be the judge. No deal, I say. See, what did I tell you, Don says. I knew she'd never go for it. Look, babe, Fred says, Don has poetic experience. He minored in it. Really, I said, well, isn't that interesting? You learn something new every day. So who's your favorite poet, Don? I want to see if you're qualified for the job. Well, I have to say, Keats or Ginsberg, one of those. Howl is a really good poem. It's really long and really good. Don howls. Fred howls. Shut up, you stupid whipman! I yell, look, I say. Don, as impressed as I am right now that you are familiar with at least 2 poets, I cannot allow you to decide whether or not I will be a mother in this lifetime. Fred, I say, I accept your challenge. I do indeed believe that I can write a better haiku than you, but I need time to prepare, to train, as it were, for this haiku event. Also, we need to find a judge that is acceptable to both of us. I totally agree to your terms, Fred says. He turns then and high-fives Don. Fred, Don, and I spend the rest of the afternoon and most of the evening figuring out the terms of the competition. We decide that the haiku poems must be submitted within 24 hours. We decide that the haiku must have the traditional subject matter of nature, but that it is fine if either haiku has a contemporary edge. We discuss Picasso, drink more beer. At some point, a pizza is ordered, delivered, and consumed. We decide that once each haiku is written, it will be placed in an envelope until judgment time. We decide that we will find a professor of poetry at a local college to tell us which poem is better. We decide that this judge can be male or female, but that both competitors must approve of the judge before the poems are submitted to him or her. In lieu of a written up contract of the terms above, Don suggests the glove of friendship. We are exhausted at this point, so Fred and I agree to each take a turn wearing our cruddy oven mitt and shaking each person's hand in turn while saying, I give thee my oath and my friendship. After that, Don finally leaves and Fred and I go right to bed. The professor we find is perfect. We're certain as soon as we meet her. Her name is Gilda Berquist and she has an actual beard. It's like she embodies the essence of both sexes, Fred says. This is going to be totally fair. I know, I say. I know. She's amazing. She's practically a shaman. When we hand over the envelopes, we decide not to tell her why we want to know which haiku is better, and she is totally fine with it. You can tell she is good with secrets, with the realm of the unknown. Her office is small and jammed with books. She has a wonderful smile and sparkling black eyes. Her hair is all piled on top of her head, and I imagine that if she let it down, it would be as long as Rapunzel's. I love her, and I can tell Fred does too. And we move our chairs closer to her desk. Gilda puts on her glasses. They are blue with rhinestones on each corner. Haikus, she says. My heart stops as she silently reads each haiku. Fred and I reach for each other's hands at the same time, and both feel the electricity of suspense and love running through them. She says. Hard to say. It's interesting that you have both written about the sea. I do so love the sea. Don't you? We nod our heads. I imagine that she has a mermaid's tail hiding under the desk. I'm torn, she finally says. I like the first line and the last line of your haiku, she tells Fred, but I like the center line of yours much better. Have you thought of combining them? I think that that would make the most successful poem. We know instantly that she is right. Here's our poem. The sea is lonely. The blue gates gently release. The starfish return.